Hello, everyone. You're welcome to Talking Point Show again. I'm Onik Raphael. On the show today, we'll be talking about the validity of the quick notice given to the herdsmen. And to talk about this, to shed light on this, I have Barrister Aburishade Adedayo. Barrister, you're welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Mr. Raphael Onigbinde. Thank you for having us on your program.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. And also to discuss this, I have Mr. Broderick Yokori. You're welcome, sir.
It's good to be here for this program. I appreciate you calling me to say one or two things as for the Herdsmen farmers issue.
Okay, you're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, now let me start with Barrister Dedayo. We want to know what is the Constitution saying about the herdsmen having free movement on any areas as regards Nigeria.
Thank you very much, Mr. Raphael. First and foremost, I would like to put it this way, that it should be the constitutionality or otherwise of the quick notice issued to herdsmen in Nigeria. First and foremost, I would like to define what quick notice means in law.
Okay.
Quick notice simply means a letter. Is a letter, or what I can refer to as a legal document, that is given or issued by a landlord to his tenants, requesting such tenants to vacate the premises or the house where he or she occupies. That aside, I want to align this definition with the provision of Section 1 of Land Use Act 1978. That provision of Land Use Act states that the governors in Nigeria has the responsibility to manage or to hold every land in trust for all Nigerians. What does it mean? That every land in Nigeria belongs to Nigerians, but the management or the responsibility to manage such land belongs to the governor of each state. Now, if we are talking about Oyo State now, the governor of Oyo State has the right to give land to Nigerians, and he has right to revoke that same land. I want to use the case of Ondo State governor as a case study here. Arakunrin Rotimi Akeredolu, a few months ago, issued 7 days quick notice to herdsmen that they should vacate the forest reserve because he wanted to reduce the crime rates, kidnapping, and he wants to reduce the crisis between the farmers and the herdsmen. And he, because of that, issued 7 days quick notice. What is the position of law on this? We have to refer to the provision of Section 41, wherein the Constitution guarantees rights of freedom of movement. We cannot but also mention provision of Section 42, right of Nigerians to freedom from discrimination. We cannot but also make mention of Section 44 of the same Constitution of Federal Republic of Nigeria that guarantees right to own immovable on the fundamental right. No, I will say no to that. Number one, these rights are not absolute. Rights in the Republic of Nigeria, the court held that this right that I made mention of, talking about personal liberty, if you go through liberty, if you talk about right of freedom of movement, right to freedom of from discrimination and all this, you know that they are absolute. assuming a man commit crime, he was granted a bail. He was granted a bail, and it can tell you that movement has been as where you are, which means that personal liberty is absolute as one of the rights under the Constitution. So the governor has the right under Section 28 of Land Use Act to revoke the ownership of land interest. And one of the overriding public interest is security, which is and this is referred to the right of occupancy with the proof of certificate of occupancy. Can you hear me there?
Yeah.
Can you hear me there?
Yeah, sure.
Yes, with the proof of certificate of occupancy.
Okay.
And this same governor has the right under the law to revoke the ownership of that land. So asking the herdsmen to vacate the states is legal and it is constitutional.
Okay, now let me put this straight. If the constitution is giving a right to the herdsmen to have a free movement on the lands as far as they are Nigerians, then why should we be experiencing attack from the herdsmen to the farmers? Mr. Broderick. Hello, Mr. Broderick.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, okay.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes,
okay.
I can hear you. You can
I
go on.
want to talk about okay. The herdsmen farmers attack. I would say it is political. Political in the sense that before now, farmers and elders have been living side by side. Problems has in arise before now, before the advent of this present administration. Why is it that this present administration is when we now start hearing herdsmen farmers attack? Why is it so? The elders they know how they've been heading for long all through the south. There was no problem. I've never before this present administration, I've never heard where elders and farmers had clashes because everybody respects their boundary. But this present administration, I don't know, gave them that right, that impetus to go into people's farms after farmers complained that you guys are trampling on our farms and those cows will come and eat their business. Nothing will happen. Government will not do anything, and yet they will feel because somebody's protecting them somewhere. That's because it's political. That's the simple truth about this whole issue. Because if the president administration has not been there, we won't be hearing this herdsmen farmers clashes. I have not heard it before. I heard it now. So
Okay.
The solution to it is political. We not just because people are up there, they allow these herdsmen, the Mietiala. Before now, I've not heard of Mietiala. What's Mietiala? But because somebody somewhere at the end of the aim of affair of this nation is giving them, say, go, destroy anything, nothing will happen. You understand? That's the issue. So,
okay. Do you think the herdsmen actually want something? Maybe that's the reason why all this attack is coming up.
What's it that they want? What is it that they want? That they've been moving up north to the south all these years, and things have been peaceful. What's it that they want? Is it that the farmers ask them not to? As in, you cannot just trample on people's farm and people's sweat, and you expect the people not to complain. What's it that they want? Is it we the farmers that as in we have to pay them to come to the south to come and do their heading? I don't understand what they want. Everything is political. That's my take about it. Because before now, there was nothing like this. How come presently every day we talk about herdsmen, cow? How come? How come? I don't get it.
Okay, so let me ask this question. Do you think the government can do to, to curb this? Because the way these things is going now, I'm feeling like, it may lead to war because there are a lot of things that we are hearing from there. Look at the Southwest now, they are already raising their head and no, we can't allow this. So what do you think the government can do to curb all these things? What should be the solution?
Okay, solution. Like they said they should do their grazing now. They should have somewhere to graze. You cannot just start going from one place to another without just you don't just they should have a confined place and graze their heads. You cannot just be moving. Every farm you go, you eat your cows eat anything. So government, I don't know. Government can provide land for them, not we from the south, not we from the south. It has to be them on the north provide because if you want land here in the south, you have to buy it, pay for it. And if you pay for land and you want to graze, nobody stops you. But it has to be how will I put it? It has to be business because the elders are businessmen. People it's all these big generals, big men in the north that have these cows. It's not even these poor people. It's big men in the north that have these cows. So if they want to bring their cows to the south, if you buy land, do their private grazing, and there will be peace. But you cannot just start coming to people's land, eat their crops, and expect the people to be quiet. So government needs to do more. Government needs to do more.
Okay,
About it.
okay, thank you. So, Barrister Dayo, do you think the government have favored the herdsmen over the farmers?
Okay. Um, to say the truth, this has nothing to do with law as it is, but the present situation in which we find ourselves in Nigeria, the federal government is not really taking this Herdsmen Heinous Act serious the way it should. That is the truth, because I can't see any reason why why herdsmen will lead their cattle to another person's farm and destroy the farm. So to me, it's not being handled well by the federal government.
Okay, yeah. Recently, the herdsmen leader was interviewed, and one of the things they demanded for them to stop the attack, that they need to give them what's it called, a way whereby they can train their cows. And
Ranches,
yeah,
ranches.
yeah, the ranches. The way the farmers seek for fertilizer, to do those things. Now, my question is, should that be based on the reason why they will stop the attack?
Going by the request of the herdsmen, and it's their personal business. And if they want ranches, I expect, or it is expected of them to get lands wherein they can have their ranches. It shouldn't be the duties or obligation of the government to give them ranches or to dash them lands. They are making money from their businesses. Let them take money from it and purchase a plot of land wherein they can have their ranches. So asking the government, okay, most of these farmers, some of them bought their land to grow their crops. They bought their land to grow their crops. So I think the government shouldn't treat or give them preferential treatments moving forward. That is my humble opinion.
Okay. Okay. Now, Mr. Roderick, do you think giving amnesty to herdsmen over the farmers is like a way of providing solution to the
No,
conflict?
that's not the solution. That's not the solution to it. How can you give amnesty to the herdsmen? What about the farmers that they've destroyed, they've killed? What do you do to them? They came to people's farms and attacked them. Yes, it's the same people who want to give amnesty. Why? That's injustice. That's injustice, real injustice. So, like my colleague earlier said, if these elders, this is a private business. If anybody wants to graze this castle, you buy land, and graze. Nobody will disturb you. But you cannot go to people's farm, and eat their crops. These are hardworking Nigerians. They bought those farms, they bought those farmlands, those lands to farm, and you now take your cattle to those places and eat. Even you when they complain, you now try to kill them. That's injustice. It's not right. You don't do that. You don't do that. You give them amnesty. What about the farmers? What will you give to the farmers? So it's
Okay.
wrong.
Okay. Thank you. So I don't know. Let me throw this to Barrister. Do you think or is there any law that covers the farmers, or is there any constitution for the farmers that protect their interests too in this situation?
Of course, there is. There is. As I said earlier, if you go through the provision of Section 33 down to Section 46 of 1999 Constitution of Nigeria as amended, most or all of these rights are applicable or are enjoyable by all the citizens. So it's not that one head is better than the other head. And whatever that is applicable to herdsmen is also applicable to the farmers. So all these laws protect the interests of every citizen in Nigeria, especially when it comes to life, when it comes to personal liberty and what have you. And most especially, we are talking about property now. You know, the farmers, all they have their land, and that land, they use it to grow crops, and that land is their property. So they have their life. Number one, their life must be secured. Right to life under the Constitution is very, very sacrosanct. That's Section 33. So they have that right. Their life must be secured. And talking about property, their property too must be secured. Must be secured. That's why I made mention of that provision, Section 14, that in that provision, the governors have their primary function there. So that covers the interest or protects the rights or the interest of farmers.
Okay, Mr. Broderick,
Yeah,
are you there, please?
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Okay, now the question I want to ask you now is, do you think the herdsman has the right to go with weapons, in the name of moving about with their cows?
Like I said, they don't have any rights. They don't have any right. How can herdsmen be moving about with weapons? For what reason? For what reason? I have been saying, uh, these these herdsmen, we've known them before now. Herdsmen, even when I was young, we used to see herdsmen. They only carry their sticks and move about. They go to bush forest and with their cattle. Their cows, then as at then, they don't go to people's farm. They know the implication of taking their cows to people's farm because those farms, they know they belong to people and these are people's crops. But all of a sudden, S-men going with AK-47. So to do what? Why would an S-man carry AK-47? So it's totally wrong. If S-men carries to the AK-47, the farmers too, they have the right to protect themselves to carry AK-47. So if both parties carry AK-47, it becomes war. It becomes war. That's why they've been attacking the farmers. If the farmers need to come back, now it's okay. Because I cannot go to my farm because I'm scared. Me too, I'll go and carry my own AK-47. It's now a different ball game. You understand? From this, from the onset when these issues came up, if the governments were sincere, if government has been sincere, they would have curtailed it. They would have called this Fulani herdsmen to order, told them that it's wrong for you people to go to people's farm. These are people's livelihood and be attacking them. But government encourage them. They encourage them. Now look at where we are. It is the government because that's the only ideology that they will have mind. if somebody somewhere is not encouraging them, they won't say, no, you cannot be going to people's farm to go and eat people's farm and still attack them. So it's wrong for herdsmen to carry weapons.
Okay,
Very, very wrong.
Barrister, what's your stay on that? What's your say on that?
Anyways, we have a law that regulates firearms in Nigeria, and it is Robbery and Firearms Special Provision Act (CAP) 398, Laws of Federation of Nigeria. This law does not permit anybody to move around with arms, and the contravention of this under that same law. There's something they call illegal possession of firearms. Assuming I'm just moving around the city of Ibadan holding AK-47 without a license, without authority guaranteed by the law, I can be arrested for illegal possession of arms. So it is not only wrong that the herdsmen move around with AK-47, but it is the contravention of law, and it is punishable under that same law that I made mention of. We've seen cases in court wherein police will stop you and check your car and say, gone. You have committed a crime because you have contravened a law, and it is punishable. So that's that.
Okay, thank you so much for coming to the show today, Mr. Roderick and Barrister Didayo. This is where we draw the curtain on the show today. So we hope we can have you next time when the need arises.
Yes, no problem.
Thanks very much.
Always call on us, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Next time. Oh, yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So,
right.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join us next time to hear more on the show. Thank you.